Combining several numbers. Calculate sum or difference of two numbers at a time from left to right. So, on the first example, we have -6 plus 5 minus 7 minus 3 plus 5 plus 4. Different signs, so we are calculating difference. Difference between 6 and 5 is 1. And we have more negatives, so it's going to be -1. You want to copy everything else as is, so we have -7 minus 3 plus 5 plus 4. Next two numbers we are going to work with are -1 and -7. They have same sign, so we're calculating sum of 1 and 7, which is 8, and the sign will be negative. We want to copy everything else as is. The more you have written down, the easier math gets. Next two numbers we will combine are -8 and -3. Same sign, we have sum of 8 and 3, 11, and the sign will be negative. Now we have -11 plus 5. Different signs, we have difference, we have more negatives, so it's going to be negative, and difference between 11 and 5 is 6 plus 4. Now we have -6 plus 4. Different signs, we look for difference between 6 and 4, which is 2, and the sign will be negative, and that's our answer. Next up we have -23 plus 4 minus 11 plus 16. So first two numbers we work with are -23 and +4. Different signs, we'll look for difference. We have more negatives. And difference between 23 and 4 is 19 minus 11 plus 16. Next up we have -19 minus 11. Same sign, we calculate the sum, and the sum will be negative. 19 plus 11 will give us 9 plus 1 is 0. Carry the 1, 3. So we have -30 plus 16. Different signs, we will calculate difference. We have more negatives, so the difference will be negative. 30 minus 16, we want to borrow 1. 6 from 10, we have 4. 3 minus 1, 2, minus 1 again, 1. So the answer is -14. Okay, here we have fractions and a whole number. The very first thing you want to remember is that a whole number can always be divided by 1 without changing its value. So first two fractions, we have 2 out of 1 plus 1/2. Common denominator will be 2. So we need to change first fraction by multiplying top and bottom by 2. We get 4 out of 2 plus 1/2. Common denominator is 2, so we have 4 plus 1 minus 1 out of 3 plus 5 out of 12. So now we have 4 plus 1 is 5 out of 2 minus 1/3 plus 5 out of 12. Now we have 5 out of 2 minus 1/3. Common denominator is 6. We want to multiply 2 by 3 to get a 6. Whatever you do to the bottom, you want to do to the top. We want to multiply 3 by 2 to get a 6. Whatever you do to the bottom, same thing goes on top. Now we have 15 out of 6 minus 2 out of 6 plus 5 out of 12. I'm going to continue over here on the side. So we have out of 6, 15 minus 2 plus 5 out of 12. 15 minus 2, different signs, we look for difference, which is 13 out of 6 plus 5 out of 12. Common denominator is 12. So we need to multiply 6 by 2. Whatever you do to the bottom of the fraction, you want to do to the top. We have 26 out of 12 plus 5 out of 12. So the whole thing is out of 12. 26 plus 5, 31 out of 12. That's our answer. Now you can convert this into mixed number. So 12 will go into 31 two whole times. 12 times 2 is 24 out of 12. 31 minus 24 will give us remainder of 7. That's all.